Please, if you love this kind of story, filled with soul and wisdom, kindly subscribe to my channel. I make many more videos just like this one. Thank you so much. Now let me ask you, have you ever gone to bed, still angry at someone? Still thinking about what they said? Still feeling the heat of that one moment? And then, you wake up, and the day already feels heavy. Like, you never really slept. What if I told you that anger is not just fire? It's poison, a slow, silent poison that eats away at your peace, your kindness, your health. And yet, we carry it. We carry it through our mornings, our conversations, our meals, even into our sleep. Why? Why do we do that? Is it pride? Is it pain? Is it the illusion that we are stronger when we hold on to rage? But what if you're stronger when you let go? What if the person you hurt most is not the one you're angry at, but yourself? Tonight's story may make you cry, but it might also help you forgive, help you breathe again, sleep again, live again. His name was Thomas Carter, an old man who worked as a school janitor in a small, quiet town. No one really talked to him. No one really smiled at him, because he never smiled back. Every morning, he unlocked the school gates, grumbling, mumbling, scowling at the kids who came late. Especially one, a little boy named Sam. Sam was always late. His clothes were old, his shoes broken. But he always tried to smile. Always said, "Good morning, sir." And every time, Thomas would snap, "You're late again. You think this is a playground?" Sam would lower his head, walk through the gate, quietly. No complaints, no anger, just sadness. Until one rainy morning, Sam showed up completely soaked, shivering, holding a plastic bag over his head. He handed Mr. Carter a small piece of paper. A note, with tiny letters, shaky handwriting. "I'm sorry I'm late again. I had to help my mom sell bread in the market. We have no one else. Please don't be mad." Thomas didn't even read it. He crumpled it, threw it aside. "Excuses," he muttered, and slammed the gate behind Sam. That was the last morning anyone saw Thomas alive. That night, his neighbors found him collapsed in his small, dimly lit home. A heart attack. No one was there. He died alone. But here's what broke everyone's heart. On his table was a dusty wooden box. Inside were dozens of old letters. Letters from his son, a son who had left home 20 years ago. After a violent argument, the last letter said, "Dad, I forgive you. I know you were in pain. But please, don't live the rest of your life angry. Let it go before it's too late." Thomas never replied, never tried to call, never searched. He simply locked the anger away. And that's what became of him. He carried his rage, day after day, year after year, until it became his only companion. And in the end, that's all he had. One letter, crumpled on the floor. One life, filled with bitterness. One boy, still waiting for a smile that never came. Buddha once said in the Dhammapada, verse 222, "He who controls his anger is a true warrior. Not someone who wins wars. Not someone who raises their voice. But someone who conquers themselves." Anger is not strength. It's weakness, dressed in armor. In Buddhism, we call it *krodha*, a fire that burns the one who holds it, long before it touches anyone else. When Thomas Carter slammed the gate on little Sam, he wasn't angry at Sam. He was angry at his past, at the son he lost, at the guilt he never spoke aloud. But instead of healing, he turned that pain outward, until the only thing he knew how to do was hurt. Can you relate? Have you ever raised your voice, not because someone deserved it, but because something inside you was breaking? Buddha taught in the Anguttara Nikaya when the mind is clouded by anger, we do not see things as they truly are. We see enemies where there are none. We find fault in innocence. We become slaves to our own shadows. Ask yourself this: what are you holding on to? A grudge? A betrayal? A word someone said years ago? And what has it cost you? Your peace? Your health? Your joy? In the Majjhima Nikaya, the Buddha said, hatred does not cease by hatred. Hatred ceases by love. This is the eternal law. Forgiveness is not approval. It is not weakness. It is freedom, a gift you give yourself, so you can breathe again. Imagine if Mr. Carter had read that letter. Imagine if he had picked up the phone. Would he still have died alone? Would he have smiled, just once, at little Sam? We will never know. But maybe, just maybe, you still have time. Time to forgive, to apologize, to reach out, to choose compassion, before anger becomes your final word. My friend, if you've stayed with me until now, I want to thank you. Because I know you feel this too. This story wasn't just about Thomas Carter. It was about all of us. Each of us has carried anger into a new day, a new year, sometimes an entire lifetime. We've said things we didn't mean, pushed away those we love, all because of something we didn't release yesterday. But you don't have to keep living that way. Let me ask you something. What would it feel like to sleep tonight with a soft heart? No grudges, no knots in your chest, no silent wars in your mind. Just peace, just breath, just now. If that sounds impossible, start small. Right now, close your eyes. Take one deep breath, in and out. Now think of one person, one name, someone who hurt you, or maybe someone you hurt. Whisper their name, and say, I let this go. You may not believe it yet, but say it anyway, because sometimes, your soul hears what your mind still doubts. Let this be the night you stop carrying that weight. Let this be the moment you choose healing instead of hurting. Let this be the story you write differently. Thomas Carter didn't get that chance, but you still can. So tell me, right finger, what's the one thing you know you need to let go of, but still hold on to? Comment below. Your words might be the mirror someone else needs. You might save a heart just by being honest. And now, if this story touched you, please share it with someone. Gift someone you care about. Someone who's struggling in silence. Someone who's been carrying too much for too long. Let this story be the light they didn't know they needed. Seedling, and if you believe that kindness is stronger than anger, that healing is possible, that forgiveness is strength, then please subscribe to this channel. Not for me, but for the world we're trying to build, one gentle soul at a time. And if you're still wondering, is it really worth it to forgive? To release? To stop fighting the old pain? Let me leave you with this. Holding onto anger is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. Buddhist teaching. So ask yourself, do you want to keep drinking that poison? Or will you pour it out tonight? Folded hands, thank you for listening. May peace fill your heart. May love guide your words. And may your next day begin without yesterday's pain. So, what are you still carrying into tomorrow? Drop it in the comments, and let's talk. Green circle. Have you ever forgiven someone who never said sorry? What happened after? I'd love to hear. Green circle. Tag someone who needs to hear this. You never know whose storm you might calm.